Parmeshwar, the Queen has died at the age of 96. Many reactions pouring in. We've had the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom who has in fact said that she was the rock on which the modern Britain has been built, many calling her the grandmother of the nation.
Absolutely, Divya. The United Kingdom and world over, people are mourning the death of Queen Elizabeth II. She was Britain's longest reigning monarch and died at the age of 96, as you just mentioned. She had served more than 70 years on the throne, and she is immediately succeeded by her eldest son, Charles, who now becomes King Charles III. He and other members of the royal family had rushed to Scotland just yesterday, the Queen's Scottish estate, where she traditionally spends the late summer. And earlier in the day, they were there as the severity of her condition became clear. As we had reported earlier, the House of Commons was also mourning the tragic death of Queen Elizabeth II. Tributes flooded in from around the world last evening and this morning, and flags across the UK were lowered at half-mast as the nation prepared for an official period of mourning. Now, in his first statement as king, Charles spoke of the sadness felt by all his family members. Prince William and Kate Middleton, meanwhile, are adopting new titles following the news of this death. Shortly after Buckingham Palace announced on Thursday that the Queen had died, the official Kensington Royal Twitter and Instagram accounts were updated as belonging to the Duke and Duchess of Cornwall and Cambridge. The Duke of Cornwall is traditionally held by the eldest son of the reigning British monarch, with his wife taking the Duchess title. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister Liz Truss, who was just appointed as the Prime Minister by the Queen on Tuesday, said her death was a huge shock to the nation and the world. She concluded her address, in fact, outside Number 10 last evening, saying, "God save the King." Queen Elizabeth II has lived a phenomenal life. As a young princess, she actually first took on public duties during the Second World War, appearing on the radio and being appointed one of her father's effective deputies as Councillor of State. She became queen in 1952 after the premature death of her father, George VI, and went on to become both the country's longest-lived and longest-serving monarch. At question now, Divya, is whether the UK, under unprecedented strain from Scottish separatism and the after-effects of Brexit, will any future monarch be able to provide the same steadying influence as the one whose hand has been on the tiller for more than half a century? Because, holding the UK together, never mind the rest of the Commonwealth, while presenting oneself as an apolitical guarantor of the British political system, will indeed be a tough act to follow. There's so much constitutionally murky territory for a modern monarch to wade through, but Prince Charles is bound to face huge challenges.